So Keisha and Deja are friends. And Deja is 14. Deja is the girl with the good head on her. She got a good head. No, we ain't go, no. We can't use that name. We gonna use a different name. We gonna call her Say. So Say is 14 years old. She just got a DVD player. Her mama just bought her a TV. Her brother got matching whatever. All the new stuff that came out in the 1990s, all the kids was getting it. She got it. She a cool teenager. Everybody knows she got a new phone, this, da. She get new kicks every week. Boom. But with all that being said, her mom got a good job. Her mom makes sure the bills paid, and she took the extra step to make sure that her kid got a good head on her and that she know better. I ain't even gonna go into detail with it. I'm just gonna say that because that could mean so many different things. Anyway, she got a good head on her. Her mama taught her well. She not slow, and she's 14 years old. Keisha moved to a new school. This is why all this happened, because her mom got a new promotion. Boom, boom, boom. Her and her family moved. They got a new car. They got a new house. They got this. She a new girl. She popular already on the first. Well, not popular, but like people like they see her. People see her. People looking at her. People notice her. I ain't gonna say she popular because she don't talk to everybody because she new. Anyway, she meet this girl Keisha. So Keisha fast. Keisha got a phone. Keisha got all the shoes. Keisha the same thing as her, but she's not her. She don't got a good head on her. Keisha is the opposite of her, but they got the same type of lifestyle. So Keisha get everything she want. Keisha got a new phone. Keisha just got the new shoes that came out. Keisha wear Gucci Couture, whatever all the people that was wearing back in the 1990s. All this going on, but Keisha fast. Keisha think that it's okay to talk to older men. Keisha think that it's okay to say inappropriate things at the wrong time. Keisha think it's okay to do all these things she's not supposed to be doing at the age of 14. They both 14 years old. Keisha 14, Say 14. They meet each other in class. Boom. They talking. Now this is how I'm finna put this into perspective. So Keisha say some out of pocket stuff. Everybody in the class find it funny or amusing, but say like, what she just say? Say looking at the teacher like, you ain't gonna do nothing? The teacher looking at Keisha like, why you just say that? But she ain't doing nothing till, you know what I'm saying, figure out the situation. She's just looking at her because, I mean, she is her teacher. She can't do nothing. The teacher ain't saying nothing. She finished with class. Everything go on, boom, boom, boom. 2 class periods go by. It's time for lunch. So Keisha and Say at lunch. Mind you, it's Say first day. She new. So she go in the cafeteria. She sitting by herself. But Keisha and her crew come sit next to her. Now, this is how this is finna get into perspective. So Keisha is sitting so Keisha got 2 other girls she hang with. So all together is 4 people at the table. Say on the side by herself. Keisha on the side with her 2 cool homegirls or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Now this is a little clique. So they look alike. They probably all got on either the same stuff or somewhat of the same stuff. But they all fast or, you know, grown or whatever. And you can tell and you can see about how they carry themselves. So dudes coming by the cafeteria, they saying, what's up to Keisha? Or let me get your, hollering at her, trying to get her number or whatever. She like, boy, if you da 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 da. So boom. So they doing all that. Say is trying to figure out, why is Keisha allowing this? Say trying to figure out, why is Keisha like this? So Say, being the young lady that she is, she not finna hold back her tongue, because you already just said something wild in first period. So she's like, she don't know her name yet, because she don't really too much care. So she like, why are you like this? Or why are you acting like that? So she pretty much just asking her like, is you cool? Like, you're not acting like a 14-year-old. You acting like you are a mama or something. Like, what you got on? Like, you looking like you and your homegirl. So Say basically checking them on like, why is y'all acting like y'all somebody y'all not? Why is y'all acting like y'all grown? So then, boom, Keisha put her on. Keisha like, oh, girl, this how we do it. This how we do it over here, girl. You late, da-da-da-da. So she basically trying to school her, telling her, like, she basically trying to make Say look like she's not hip. She trying to make Say look like, oh, nah, girl, you need to get on out the way. You ain't nobody real. But she trying to make it seem like, you know, that type of situation. But Say looking at her like, girl, you look a mess. First of all, you looking like you 20 years old. You got all this makeup on your face. You got lashes on, your hair down to your butt. You got all this stuff on. You got tight clothes on, trying to be seen. And you over here trying to say in the back of her mind, Say like, I don't know who this girl thinks she talking to, I don't know what she talking about or what she even talking to me for. I'm trying to figure out why you acting like this. You trying to tell me this is how we do it over here. I don't care about that. I'm trying to figure out why is you acting like that, though. Who told you that was okay? That's what I want to know. Who told you that it was okay to act like that? So she didn't, pretty much, we gonna say that Keisha and Say didn't get along after that day because Keisha felt like she rubbed her the wrong way. Keisha felt like she didn't have to say that to her. And Say being Say, she don't care. She said what she said and she felt how she felt. She still want to know, Keisha, what make you think that's okay? So Keisha schooling her still. She like, girl, the internet, DVD players, we got this, we got da-da-da-da-da. So Keisha like, not Keisha, Say like, the internet? She like, YouTube, music videos, what are you talking about? She go home the same day. Her mama just bought her a computer. She just bought her a TV. She got all this stuff. Say is at home. Keisha done told her one of the Diddy songs or one of Biggie songs, and now she like, oh, let me see if I can find this song on the DVD, or let me see if I can find it on the internet. 'Cause mama just bought us a computer. Let me see if I can find the song she was telling me about. Let me see where her head is, basically. So she like, okay. So she put the song on. She listening to it. She like, oh, this ain't too bad, but she listening to it though. She not just listening to it. She actually listening to the lyrics and she listening to the song and she's watching the video. In the video, first of all, it's inappropriate. You got little kids in the video with grown people. You got little boys in the video with grown women. It's just all over the place. You got little girls dressing up like they grown. You got little men dressing up like they grown. You got grown men with the little kids. It's just inappropriate altogether. It's just too much going on. So she like, this is why Keisha like this. This is exactly why Keisha like this. She's seeing this and thinking it's okay. So Say go to her mom and she like, mom. So today at school, because her mom took the accountability to take the extra step and give her child a good head and tell her that it's not okay to be doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. So she's telling her mom what happened in her first day of school because this is normal for them. They have these type of conversations. Keisha probably don't get this at home. That's why Keisha acts like that. Her mom is keeping up with everybody else. Her mom is working the same way. Say mama is working 50, 60 hours a week. Keisha mama doing the same thing. Keisha mama not worried if she going to school. She probably is worried about if she going to school, but she not really too much concerned because she trying to make sure they got lights and food on the table. So, and then on top of it, like I said, she's keeping up with everybody else. She worried about what everybody else in the world doing because that's what everybody doing. So she making sure her kids got whatever they want. They come in there, oh mom, can we get this? Can we do this? And like I said, like I was saying earlier, some of these people already didn't even grow up with dads because in the 1920s, these people that are now adults with these kids that's in the 1990s, some of them people didn't even grow up. The kids in the 1920s that are now adults, some of them didn't even grow up with their dads, bro. They had to live with their mom. Their dad was in the army or going to freaking China and stuff and fighting, bro. We literally, our economy crashed. We didn't have nothing. People was dying left or right. Niggas was getting sick. We had the Spanish flu over here. We had so much stuff going on all at once, bro. Some people didn't even have their family all the way together. So when people end up having babies and stuff, and then they end up having their babies, people dads end up dying on top of it because they dad still got to go to work and provide for their family and be a dad. Their mama got to be the stay-at-home mom. And then, you know, back in the day, women too much really ain't had they way for real yet because they women. They don't really see us as you already, you know what I'm saying? So they just like, okay, something got to change. So then eventually, you know, the rights and all that everything get to, you know, try to fall apart or whatever, fall back into place. But, like I said, all of it has something to do with everything. First of all, we just gonna start off with the money because we're not even gonna start with spiritually or like a mindset. We're gonna start with the money first because that's literally what it boils down to. That's why it all matters. It's the money and the internet. So, we're gonna go back to the 80s. No, not the 80s. We're gonna go back when we was in like the 17th centuries. Our economy wasn't that bad. Our economy was pretty good then. We had decent presidents. They was up in there like BSing, honestly. They ain't really know what they was doing, but they was decent. And we had some pretty good, we had some rough presidents. We had bad presidents. We had good presidents. We had stingy presidents. But like, and we talk about the 17s though. Like back, this is when we had like a good economy. Like the dollar was like worth $1. Like America was the greatest nation. Like we was on top. Like it was us. A century later, we in the 1800s. This is when they started like making factories. This is when they like started getting serious. Niggas started going to war. Like they had to start taking like, where they had the factories where the clothes at. They had to start switching it up into like making bullets. They had to make stuff like that so that, you know what I'm saying? We need the army because we finna go fight all these other big nations. Even though we the biggest nation, we still ain't got that many people. So we need every man. They trying to get every man they can out of America to come join this army. They trying to get all them women to cook, clean for them, do the crops, like make food. They trying to get everybody to come together. Pretty well, they trying to make America one big family so they can take over everybody else and win and whatever else. So everybody can be the greatest. Now, that's just the money part of the situation. That's the 17s, and then when we was doing good, and then we switched over, and we were still doing good a century later. But when I don't even remember who was in the he was a really bad president. He was a fat dude. He was like kind of short a little bit. He was a Democrat. He was a bad president. He was really bad, and I think he only was up in there for like one term. He didn't even stay up in the house that long, bro. Like they was not messing with him at all. Like, and he tried to like fake his death. Like he was a bad president, bro. He was like terrible. Anyway, he was in the house. I gotta remember his name. No way, I don't remember his name. He was a terrible president, but he was in the house for a little bit. He messed up some of this stuff, and he ended up getting America in debt. So now we ended up, I think it was Arizona that had the Dust Bowl. Somebody had the Dust Bowl, and it was terrible. Niggas ain't have crops. Niggas ain't have corns, beans, rice. Everybody hungry. And mind you, we still got to take care of these niggas that's in the army. It's over 1 million dudes over there fighting for our lives and our freedom and whatever else. And we still got to make sure we fed and they fed, and we don't got no money. Our president just came in here and played around in there. We ain't got no money. He did whatever he did. He blew all the money and he was being stupid. We don't got no food. We barely got somewhere to stay because, nigga, look what's going on. America was barely something when it was America, bro. I swear to God. When America was America, it was all a lie. I swear to God. They lied to the people. They told the people when they come over here, they was going to get a job. They were going to be cool. They lied to them folks, bro. They told them people, if you come over here, I'll pay you. They made them people work their whole life and never paid them for. They was like, it's so much stuff I can say, like, and that's just the money. That's all the beginning. And that's where it first took off, the money. So, boom. The president came in there. He did what he did. The Dust Bowl happened. Niggas ain't had food. Niggas ain't had money. Everybody basically homeless. Niggas is starving, looking for somewhere to go. Niggas still trying to go to school, make sure they got an education. People still trying to get rights. We still got people getting killed for no reason. All this going on. Low-key slavery still going on, too. Niggas was still, ain't nobody gonna say that, but it was still going on. Anyway, that happened. Now we gonna bring it to like my generation, like a little bit earlier, like the A generation. So we in the 1900s. It's 1920. This is when America got back up on their feet. We got our money back together. The economy was good. We had this dude, what's his name, Ford. He started making the cars. So we got fancy cars. We got microwaves, dishwasher. They started making stuff like that. We got vacuum cleaners, electronics. Like we got stuff like that. We got like household items. We got washing machines now. Like niggas ain't gotta go outside with the rags and do all that. So now America up. We back on our feet. We good. And at this time, when we got up on our feet, niggas started dropping babies left to right. I'm talking about in the 1920s, that was the most, like, the population was so high in the 1920s. Dude. And it was all because they had time. Niggas had time. I mean, they still had to go work, but they made it more beneficial for them because it's like, y'all went out there and y'all did all y'all had to do. We got our money back up. That president, he messed us up. But the other president, he came back up here. He made it better for us. We cool now. We good. But on top of that, mind you, them same kids that was born in the 1920s, some of them probably never seen their dad. Some of them probably rarely seen their dad. Some of them probably never even knew their whole family. And if they did, that's probably really shocking to me, because a lot of people got separated from their families back in the day because how everything was going on. We had, what's the dude name? What's that nigga name with the ugly mustache? I can't remember nobody's name. But the nigga with the ugly mustache, y'all, he killed all the Jews. I forgot his name, but him. So he had stuff going on. He was killing folks and he was on the run. It was just so much going on at one time for no reason. So pretty much, I'm just trying to break it down to say this. Some of them folks didn't have a good household. They probably had everything they wanted, but that's all they knew. Some of them probably ain't even know like God. Some of them probably just was waking up and like, I gotta go to school. It's school. We got school. This. That's all they was worried about. They was just worried about waking up, going to school. Their mama was worried about waking up and clocking in and making sure everybody got something on their table. Everybody got something on their back. When nobody worried about God, when nobody worried about nothing. Literally. And then, them same kids that was born in the 1920s, we got electronics, we got this, we got that, we got that. So mind you, they parents at work doing what they gotta do to keep the house together. So that's their role model. Like I said, that's all they see. They probably didn't even know God. And if they did know God, that's a plus. You doing this, and like I said, what the girl say, that's her. She had that extra plus. She had everything and more that she wanted. She was keeping up with the Johnsons, and she knew God. She had a good head on her. She had a good head on her. And she was good. Like, she was a good spiritual person. She was good, and she didn't want to be nobody else. She wanted to be herself. But everybody wasn't lucky to have that. And even if she didn't have her dad or not, if she had her dad or not, her mom still went out and put that knowledge in her head, bro, to make sure that she wasn't a nut job and just was out here like everybody else. Even if her mom didn't know what everybody else was doing, her mom still had that in her. And if you don't got that in you to give that to your child's not going to know it. They're not going to know it unless they get it from somebody else. But back in the 1990s, I think people really wasn't even watching their kids for real. Like, that's back in the 1990s, bro. That's how the street lights thing became a thing. Like, you better be back at the house and da-da-da-da. Like, parents wasn't really, I ain't gonna say they weren't strict, but they didn't really have like a tight grudge on their kids. Like, they didn't really too much need their kids in their prisons. You know what I'm saying? They just like, I don't really want to put no words for them because I don't really know how they felt, but how I put it, I feel like they ain't really too much have no too strong attachment to their kids to where they was like, oh, I think something gonna happen, or they just was like, okay, you'll be all right, or just like, they ain't really too much have a care. They cared for them because they provided for them, but they didn't care. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that care, like that type of care. Like, I don't know, you going over there with Keisha again? They didn't have that type of, you know what I'm saying? They was just more freely of, because hey, like I said, those adults, they at work all the time anyway. I mean, it's like, what they gonna do anyway? So now, them kids that's teenagers growing up, it's 1940, it's 1950. They getting older now. Everybody's starting to, get big. They want to have kids too. They want to make their own family. They want to do what their parents did. They want to get their own house, their own car, have this, that, that. And if they know God, they got that too. So they got that and they got that. So with that being said, just like their parents, they not worried about what their kids doing. They not worried about where their kids going. They trying to make sure their house is straight and their kids got food on their clothes. They keep it up with the Johnsons. So it was a pattern effect. From the kids that were born in the 1920s, their parents was born in the 18s. So now, flip over, they got the kids that was born in the 20s that are now adults, and it's the 1990s, and you got these kids and niggas music videos and dancing with swimming suits on and thinking that this is okay to pop their butts. But their parents don't know that this is happening because their parents at work. Their parents not knowing that this is happening because their parents don't have that extra care to be like, hey, you don't need to wear this, or you don't need to say this, or you don't need to dress like this, or I don't like when you wear that, or this, that, or even any type of criticism, bro. Any little thing could have helped. I swear anything could have helped, because the stuff that I'm seeing now is literally sad. It's sad because I didn't even know all this was going on either. And what's so sad about it is because I be listening to old music. And then when I actually get to listening to old music and actually listening to the music, how Say did, how she listened to the music and actually listen to what they saying. If you listen to what they're saying, bro, they telling you everything that they doing. They telling you everything that they, and it's nasty. I think it's nasty. I think it's nasty. And at one point, I didn't even want to believe it. And that's what they doing. They brainwash you. They trying to make you believe what they doing is okay and that they not doing what they doing. Everybody been brainwashed, bro. It's time for y'all to wake up and open your eyes. It's not okay for your kids to be fast. And people be trying to take that word like out of context. Like, ain't nobody fast, or you know what I mean by fast. You know exactly what I mean by fast. You stop trying to go out there and be grown and show your tail off to everybody. Don't nobody want to see you like that. And if that boy do want to see that, he don't want you. He want what you showing him, literally. Like, and if you teach somebody that, they will know that. But if you don't teach nobody that, they think it is okay. They seeing all these other females, or I'm just going to say females because really that's what it started with. It started with the females. And then the men, but the thing with that though, you still got to take accountability with the parents because, like I said, bro, if you didn't give your parents that, if you didn't give your kids that extra, you know what I'm saying, in their brain to know that I shouldn't be messing with no 24-year-old, or like, that's common sense. Your child should have common sense to know that that's not okay. So if you didn't teach your child that, they not gonna know. And why would they tell you that they messing with somebody? Or they probably just gonna tell you they got a boyfriend. And then on top of that, he probably lied to the little girl and told her he was of age. And then even all that, bro, at the end of the day, she young. This her first time being on earth. She don't know. She a human. She don't know. So it's not like you can blame her. She probably thought the nigga was cute. And he probably do look like he probably 14 years old. People nowadays look like they 12 and be 18. Like, it's possible. So don't even try to, it's possible. He can easily lie and be like, oh, no, I just turned 16. And, oh, okay, I'm going to be 15 tomorrow or my birthday next month. You know how girls is, literally. They want somebody older than them anyway, and niggas be lying. So you can't even just be mad at the little girl, because what? She want her a little boo. She wants somebody to take her to the park. This nigga wants somebody to be his, you know, his money maker. Like, he on something else, and she don't even, her mom didn't teach her, so she don't know what this nigga up to. She don't know or she didn't have a dad in her life. It could be that. Her dad, she don't know what a real nigga look like. This a real nigga to her. This nigga that's just this bomb. That's what she know. So for y'all to be, I feel like at the end of the day, I can't keep on saying the parents though, because the parent, but it's still wind down to the parents. It's the parents' fault. It's the internet fault. It's the president fault. It's everybody's fault. Honestly, it's the people that was before y'all fault, because if y'all would have taught those kids before those kids, so those kids' parents, so y'all grandparents, if y'all grandparents would have taught y'all mama, y'all daddy the right way, y'all wouldn't be in the situation that y'all in. Literally, the 90s wouldn't have been the way that they have been. Like, nobody would have been brainwashed. If everybody was, you know what I'm saying, like big grandma, like how our family is, like everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, they like say family. If everybody like say family and got what they got going on, they going to church. Niggas is praying, niggas is, you know what I'm saying, right. And not even just that. I ain't even trying to be spiritual about it. If you not doing something you're not supposed to be doing, my nigga, if your parents is teaching you the good from the bad, that's it. Literally, that's it. And if you know the good from the bad, you're going to always want to do good anyway, because you're going to get rewarded for being good. You're not going to get rewarded for being bad. And they grandparents did teach their parents that. So it's the grandparents' fault. But at the same time, like I said, niggas wouldn't even worry about that. Niggas trying to make sure we don't lose our house again. I'm not worried about what you doing on your phone. I'm trying to make sure we don't never lose our house again, bro. I'm trying to make sure the president don't come knocking on my door telling me this nigga from the army got to come here. Like, I'm not worried about what you doing on your phone. You want a phone? I'm going to go buy you a phone. That's why I'm working. I'm working so that we can boom, boom, boom. So that's why you can't really, you know what I'm saying, point the finger. But you can't point the finger because y'all still should have been locked in. and been more aware what was going on. Because I know if it was my mama, she would have been up in there trying to figure out what I'm doing. So it's not like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just I'm so busy. No, I don't know about that. I just think you don't care because because I know how the music sound. And music from the 1920s is not the same as the music from the 1990s. So if you hear your kid listen to some boom, boom, like some heavy beeping type of, you finna go up in there and see what's going on. Anything. They got their door closed for too long. You finna go in there and see what's going on. So like I'm saying, where was everybody's parents at? Everybody talk about their parents was at work. Their parents was at work. Y'all parents ain't work 24 hours, bro. They ain't work 24/7. They did not work 24/7. They probably had long hour weeks and probably was tired at home. But they still had to cook. They still had to clean. And they still had to go pay the bills, do the line work, everything else that came with living. So where was y'all parents at when y'all was being fast and learning this stuff y'all weren't supposed to be learning? Like I said, it goes back to the grandparents. Grandparents should have taught their kids this is not okay. And the kids would have been so intimate with it because we done seen it happen. We done lost our dad. We done lost our house before, man. We done made it up again. We ain't finna let that happen again. I need y'all to be locked in. I need y'all to do this, da-da-da-da-da-da. And like I said, some of these kids probably was just going to school, bro. They didn't care about these kids just waking up and just going on with life. Which, it's okay because eventually you will find your way to God. But, excuse me, it's just the simple fact that, dang. Excuse me. It's just the simple fact that it all could have been avoided if y'all would have paid more attention to y'all kids, bro. And that's sad to say that because that's, I don't even want to say that though, but that's still sad to say that because how you don't pay that much attention to your kids to see that they, you know, going down the wrong path or not making the right decisions, you feel me? Like, and then it's not even like it's too many bad decisions they could be making. In the 90s, you could either be being fast or you could be a drug dealer. Them was the biggest things you could have been doing. And then while you being fast, you could turn into a stripper or a prostitute. So that's a future down the line. And if you avoid them being fast now and making them think that it's not okay now, you ain't gotta worry about that later in the future. And they could be on a trip to God a little bit earlier. A relationship with God can start earlier and not later. Same with the dudes. Stop letting them think it's okay to tote guns and sell drugs. Nigga, that's not cool. You not cool because you want to be a dope boy. That's not. Nobody want a dope boy for a boyfriend. And if you do find a girl that want a dope boy for a boyfriend, she not right in the head either because who wants a dope boy for a boyfriend? Who wants somebody that's doing illegal work to be their boyfriend or husband? Not even just boyfriend. Who wants to marry somebody that's being, I don't even know, arrogant? Not even arrogant because it's like, I don't know, bro. It's stupid to me. I just want to know, where was niggas' parents at? That's what I want to know. Don't say work, because no, they was not at work. Where was your mama at? Was you at your cousin's house? Like, what was niggas doing? Did your auntie allow this? Was you living with your grandma at the time? Like, I need to know, for real. Because, and then the music. It's the music for me. And like I said, bro, it was at one point in time, YouTube didn't even have, like, family channels. YouTube strictly was Christian music, church songs, and what's it called? Praise dance videos. Literally, YouTube did not have just a regular channel. Like, oh yeah, today I'm gonna go spin a block at Keisha's house. No, they ain't have all that on YouTube. They only had R. Kelly music videos on there, probably Nicki Minaj, Drake, all that. You know, back in the day where YouTube literally only had music, that's where it started, bro. The internet. Once they start allowing their kids to have everything they want, and they just wanted to make sure they ain't never went broke again, and that's why y'all kids turned out the way they turned out, because y'all was caring about the wrong thing. Y'all was caring about the wrong thing. Because if y'all grandparents would have taught y'all to have trust in God and not worry about the economy, you feel me? You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? If your parents would have been like, girl, we ain't worried about this shit coming. We got bad presidents. Listen, this how it should have went. The grandparents should have been like, oh no, we had plenty bad presidents back in my day, her day. If they would have said all that, everybody would have been, oh, okay, well then we ain't worried about America. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have our jobs. Yeah, we gonna make sure we get a living or whatever, but we ain't finna too much just wrap our lives around the economy and be worried about politics and the Democrats and the Republicans and all that. I'm not finna be in everybody else's business. If you want to stay in your own business, worry about God. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Literally, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just keep waking up and just keep thanking him. That's all you gotta do, honestly. Literally, just keep up waking up and saying thank you. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. But instead, you want to make sure you never homeless again. You want to make sure your kids never want for nothing, which is fine. I'm not saying to not want that for yourself, but that's the only thing you're worried about. You're not even worried about your kids' well-being. You don't even know if your kid getting bullied. You at work all day. How that sound? You at work all day. You coming home, which I'm not even mad about you working. It's the fact that you're not putting in extra time because you had these kids. You feel what I'm saying? You had this child. You brung this child into the world. They did not ask to be here. You have to take the extra step to give them that knowledge to let them know that it's not okay to be doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. With that being said, it's also not your fault because your parents didn't teach you that because you clearly don't know because if you did, they would have taught your kids. And with that being said, their parents didn't know either because niggas was only worried about the money. And who fault that is? The president fault. And who fault that is? Your fault because you worried about the wrong thing anyway. And honestly, I just feel bad for y'all though, because I ain't gonna lie, our generation is going downhill. And I ain't gonna lie, the music do be bumpy, but I only like the music because it's bumpy, and I like music, but I don't take the music to heart. I don't actually, get anything from music anymore. They don't teach us nothing in songs. Clearly, they was never trying to teach us nothing in songs. Niggas was just trying to, manipulate us and make think that, yeah. So, the music, you don't teach you nothing no more. They just want you to think, oh no, this okay. Or they just want the stuff to be ran their way. You know what I'm saying? They want stuff to be how they want it to be. Which, that's not how it's gonna work. Because at the end of the day, this is still Earth. It's not Jimmy's world. It's Earth, okay? So, it's not gonna work like that, Jimmy. And then, on top of that, it's the fact that nobody figured all this out until now. Nigga, y'all should have been on these cases. As soon as the internet came out and I started hearing Biggie song and all them freaky songs, hold on, nigga, and you got the little girl in the music video, we finna go investigate y'all. I'm finna pull up to the next music video shoot. Like, nigga, what is y'all doing? Like, y'all should have been on that. Y'all should have been, hold on, why little mama got on this tight old swimming suit? Hold up, we finna have to, hold on, y'all have to get detained real quick. We gotta do an investigation. Y'all should have been on it. Y'all should have been on it. Now y'all gotta go back all these years, try to find all this evidence and do da-da-da-da-da. They done deleted stuff ain't found. The case still on trial. Don't nobody know if somebody lying, somebody telling the truth. It's just too much going on. Y'all should have been more locked in. And now, everybody want to point the finger and say, it's the kid's fault. No, nigga, it's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. It's the grandparents' fault, I say. If your grandma ain't teach you how to love, care, and support, and you know what I'm saying, all that, teach your parents that. Forget you, teach your parents that. What you, no, bro. And then niggas always gotta have approval from everybody else. Keeping up with the Johnsons. Everybody want to look like everybody else. Don't nobody want to look different. Everybody want to fit in. Everybody want to be this. Everybody want to be that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want a piece of the clout. Everybody wants some fame. Everybody want to be seen. So, with that being said already, that's where it started. Nobody wanted to be themselves, bro. Nobody wanted to be themselves. Everybody wanted to be everybody. Everybody wanted to be the nigga with all the money. Everybody wanted to be the girl with all the shoes. Everybody wanted to be the nigga with the longest hair. The nigga with the best dreads at the school. Like, bro, what? You worry about the wrong thing. And that's the sad part about it, because y'all parents ain't telling y'all that y'all worried about the wrong thing. Because they don't know. They don't even know y'all ain't worried about the wrong thing. That's why. They don't know what y'all thinking about, because they ain't with y'all. They at work. And then when they get home, they cooking for you, making sure you straight. Yeah, but how was your day at school today? What did you learn today? Did you get bullied today? Did somebody say something about the way to you today? What did you learn at school today? Like, taking the time out to even just do that. Even if you don't want to do it every day, gang. I understand it. You tired, you been at work all day. That's cool, bro. That's cool. You can at least ask them if they're okay, though. You can ask them if they're okay. You can ask them if they need something. You feel me? And even if you is doing it, gang, that's still not enough because you not even, you feel what I'm saying? You doing the bare minimum, gang. If you doing the bare minimum, you ain't gonna find nothing out by doing that. You ain't gonna find out nothing. I swear you not. Asking them same questions every day, you're not going to find out anything that you want to know. And even if you didn't want to know nothing, you should be wanting to know stuff about what your child is doing, because what is your child doing? It's your child, right? You want to know what your child is doing, right? Any person that had a kid and actually wanted their kid definitely wants to know what their child is doing. So any parent that don't want to know what their child not doing, they ain't want their baby. I don't know. They don't care about their baby, because why you don't want to know what your child got going on or what they thinking about? Like your lover, you want to know what they thinking about every 5 seconds. You want to know what's on their mind. You want to know what they thinking about. If they hungry, if they good, you need a hug. Like, you trying to make sure they okay. But like I said, niggas worried about when the lights gonna be off, instead of going to church and making sure God know that we coming home to you, regardless of the fact that if we got lights or not. We gonna be, when it's time for us to go, we gonna go with you. So we don't need matter. I ain't even worried about the lights. I don't need no. I got a flashlight. Look, you gotta think it like that. Niggas ain't thinking like that. I'm just sad, bro. I'm sad. I'm honestly sad because I used to always say I wanted to live in the 1990s, bro. I feel like I'd be fitted better there. But this was just because of how I am as a person, like my style, not my mindset though. Cause I definitely would have been able to see right through all that stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Internet just came out. Niggas already everybody got on the same clothes already. I just moved out here, but everybody looking like everybody already. Nah, I would have been just like Say. Shawty, what you mean? You what? Keisha, please get out of my face. I don't even know why you came and said about me. You and your friends can get out of my face. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. And then, what's sadder though? Some of y'all grandparents that should have been here to teach y'all are already gone. So y'all didn't even get to have that like conversation with them. Like, how was your life growing up? Like, what did you experience? Like, some of them probably went through slavery, bro. Some of y'all grandfolks literally was probably kids still when slavery was a thing. Like, some of y'all gotta actually, you know what I'm saying? You need to hurry up before it's too late, you feel me? Because there's still people on this earth that's alive and it was around during that time. Like, bro, you need to go get their history from your people and figure out, like, what path you and your family need to be on. Like, what is destined for y'all. That's what you need to be worried about. You're not supposed to be worried about when I'm finna get a new pair of shoes, bro, or when my mama finna cook again. Like, bro, you worried about the wrong thing, man. But at the same time, you can't get mad at the children. You gotta get mad at the grandparents. And I'm saying grandparents because it's y'all. Y'all had the parents. They had the kids. So y'all had to start it up. Sad. Real sad, bro. Now everybody's favorite artists locked up. Everybody talking about free Kelly. Everybody talking about free him, free them. They need to stay where they is. They need to stay up in there. And at first I did feel bad. But bro, y'all do what y'all were doing. This nigga R. Kelly, I didn't even know he was actually dating her. The nigga was actually dating Anaya. The girl was like 15. Nigga was 25. If you 10 years older than this girl, talk about this your girlfriend. Nigga, what? Are you sick? It's your girlfriend? Nigga, you need to be looking for a wife. You talking about this your girlfriend. She 15 and you 25, nigga. Get out my face. I would have laughed at him. I would not have asked him to come on my show, literally. I would have laughed in his face. Talk about, can me and my girlfriend get an interview on your show? Your girlfriend? How old are you? 25. How old is your girlfriend? She ain't gonna tell me her age. She don't want to display her age. A woman never tells her age. Somebody to be saying that must be really, really older, huh? Because only older women say stuff like that. Whole time she 15. And who else was being weird? The nigga from Nickelodeon. I'll never forget that. That was so weird to me. He used to be, he was, and around this time, the nigga was like 40. He was older than everybody else. he was a little bit ahead in the game, so he already had his stripes and everything else. He was already experienced. He had his own company and everything. R. Kelly just had the music. He was, you know what I'm saying, in the booth. This nigga had platforms. He had TV shows. He was worldwide. So niggas knew his face, but niggas ain't know what he was doing. So everything came out the closet. And now he said, now he in there locked up now. And it's sad because everybody wanted to be like, well, where they parents was at? Work! They parents didn't even know that girl knew how to sing, bro. They didn't even know she knew how to sing. I guarantee you. They probably had just found out that girl knew how to sing. He ended up taking her. And you my girlfriend. We finna take over the world. You finna sing. We finna do this. We finna boom, boom, boom. This music gonna take us here. He just tell her all this. And she just young and just going with it. Because she don't even care, really. She want to sing. That's what she want to do anyway. Her mama told her she don't need to be singing. Her mama probably was like, girl, you don't know how to sing. And boom. Now she singing all over the world. And she like, well, look at me, mama. Now, like, and then boom, now she dead. Because her mama ain't even know what she was into. She ain't even know what she was into. Neither one of them did because they didn't even notice. Her mama didn't notice because her mama wanted to be arrogant and be like, you can't do this. Instead of telling her, oh, okay, well then, let's try to do this and that. Because mind you, she was a child from the 1920s people. So the 1920s people were adults in the 1990s. So she was born in the 1990s, probably the 80s, somewhere in that range. But her parents were born probably like 40 years ago. So, excuse me. So her parents older. Her parents about the same age as the nigga, the white dude that was being a child molester to the kids on Nickelodeon. So they about the same age. So picture this. Picture all that. Picture all that going on in a century, a whole century. Literally, it was a whole century this going on. And it's going on the nigga nose and nobody's saying nothing. And now, they music starting to die down a little bit. It's starting to come to 2000, you know what I'm saying? Our generation starting to pop out a little bit more. Now it's the 2000. The music starting to change up just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? The style changing a little bit. People changing a little bit. Everybody trying to go in their own direction. Around this time, I could really say people started trying to be themselves more. You could see people like expressing themselves more. People started being gay, the straight people, all that stuff started happening. So it's like the world getting more diverse. Like everything's starting to like fall in line to how it's needing to be. So everything, you know, can run smoothly. But none of that mattered because none of that mattered if nobody parents, you know what I'm saying? None of that mattered, bro. And that's why it's sad. It's so sad. We got people dead because of it. We got people probably still going through it. People that probably ain't even had the chance to speak up and tell their side of the story yet, bro. They too scared to come out the closet because they think something gonna happen to them. And nobody should have to live their life like this. Nobody has to be afraid to be able to speak. You got free will, bro. This is America. You can literally do anything you want. You can go stand in front of, what's it called? The Empire State Building and scream, I love Jesus. And you can literally just do that for 24 hours and nobody would care, bro. Literally, you'll probably get, like, told to shut up because people are rude. But you can keep screaming. You can scream in their face. You can literally scream in their face, bro. Like, you have free will. You can say no. You can say yes. You can say please. You can say sure. You can say whatever you want to say. You can do whatever you want to do. You got free will. But, if you ain't got common sense, you don't need free will. Because if you ain't got common sense, that means you finna go be doing what everybody else doing. Being bad. Because the person with common sense just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Be common and use their sense and not do bad stuff. So you ain't got no common sense, man. You know? I mean, you just in the pickle, you know? So it's just sad. I don't even know how to put it. I could just put it as it's just sad. And it's sad because the kids looked up to the adults. You feel me? And for y'all to be putting out music of course they gonna listen to the lyrics. And me, like I said, I be listening to the lyrics sometime on some of them songs. Like recently, I been listening to some of the ones, like some of the older songs that nobody really like talk about, nobody really like listen to. Them the songs you really need to probably like rewind and like, you know what I'm saying, slow it down a little bit so you can actually hear what they saying, cause they was saying some wild stuff. Not even just like sexual stuff, just completely disgusting. Like nobody should be saying those words in one sentence type of stuff. Like, it's just out of pocket altogether. Like, and then parents, bro. It's the parents, the grandparents. Nobody wanted to say nothing about it. But somebody had to bring it up. And when it did get brought up, the girl either got called fast, and the nigga probably didn't get nothing done to him, because they wanted to say it was the girl's fault. Whole time, the nigga lied to her and told her he was 13. Nigga, you 25 years old, though. Like, you're a grown man, actually. She didn't know that. He knew, but she didn't. She thinking this her little boo thing that go to her school. She thinking he just an upperclassman that she never see. He never at school. He a bad guy. He just be skipping school. No, you never see him at school because he got a 9 to 5. That's why you don't see him. You don't see him because he a grown man. You don't see him because he actually trying to, you know, make a living out of this American lifestyle that everybody else trying to live through. That's why you don't see him. That's why you only see him every other weekend, or, you know, when he could come pick you up, or when your parents don't know, or something like that. That's why. Because you're not supposed to be talking to the nigga. He ain't supposed to be talking to you, first of all. You're supposed to be trying to find yourself. Trying to find yourself through your clothes, or your work, your school, whatever. You're trying to find yourself and figure out, who are you? Who am I? That's what you're supposed to be doing. Figuring out, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing tomorrow? What should I do tomorrow? What am I listening for? What am I waiting for? But instead, you worried about if I'm finna get the new Juicy Couture shoes. You worried about if Keisha finna come over here and do my hair tonight. You worried about if what's the name, go come on TV at 8 o'clock tonight. You ain't worried about nothing else but what you worried about. So your parents don't know, cause they at work, or they probably just went up in there, hit snooze, went to sleep. Cause they gotta be right back up in the morning, go to work again. They gonna make sure you get up in the morning, get on that bus, and they gonna make sure you got some food, and that's it. But for them parents that didn't take the extra step, they kids the one that turned out how they turned out. And really though, you still can't even be mad at the parents, because like I'm saying, still on top of that, how our generation is, how we be trying to keep our parents hip and tell them like, oh no, this the new slang and this da-da-da-da-da. I'm pretty sure they kids doing the same thing, telling them, oh no, mama, they always be doing that. Their parents just like, okay, because they did the same thing to their parents. They telling their parents, nah, this hip. Y'all just old school. We doing it like this now. That's probably what they kids did too, bro. The whole time, y'all should have been seeing it though. Y'all should have been looking. It was telling y'all, but y'all didn't know what they was telling y'all. It was like, oh no, this normal though, mom. Y'all little girls be wearing shorts like that. Yes, mom, yeah, they be wearing shorts like that. I don't know. Mama, they do wear shorts like that, I guess. But let me see the video though. She should have been like, let me see what little girl wearing it. That's what your mama should have asked you. And when she seen the music video, she would have told you HN. And she would have took all that stuff back, and you would have been going right to Baby Gap or wherever else where they ain't got all that fast clothes at. She would have took you right to City Trends, no cap. Cause why you wanna wear that? You 14 years old. What make you think it's okay to wear that? You wanna wear that cause you see her with, like, you gotta really give me a reason though. Like if you ask somebody a question like that, they gotta actually give you a reason. And you can't say because I see somebody else with it. That's not a good enough reason, gang. Do you feel like you'll be comfortable in these clothes? You gonna get looked at, you gonna get stared at by grown men, because when they see little girls like you with this on, this day and time, their parents should have sat them down and told them straight like this. Men, in this day and time, they is some predators. And you can't even, I ain't even gonna say just men. You could tell them some men. You ain't gotta tell them all men, because it's not all men. It could be like some men are predators. And some men like to look at younger girls. And you have to tell children this because it's the way of the world, bro. You can't keep everything a secret from your kids forever. Even if you think it's too early in age. If this what your kids want to wear, you got to let them know why it's inappropriate to wear it and why they can't wear it. You can't just tell them, oh, no. Because like I said, she probably did get a little inspiration from the little girl and probably was like, oh, well, I ain't got to wear the shortest ones, but I do want to wear something like it, you know, kind of like, you know, my own style. Yeah. But let me tell you why that's not a good idea. You got this man, he like to, you got to break it down to the details to him because at a certain age, you just got to do that. And if your kid need counseling because of it, get them counseling. Even though I'm pretty sure it's not that tough of a situation to where you need counseling, but unless it's something like a trauma, like somebody being killed, like something extreme, then what's it called? Counseling would be a good idea for something like that, but not for just schooling them on life. You ain't gotta get them counseling because people die and everybody gonna die one day. And she started crying. She don't need counseling because of that. She probably need counseling if she got a mental problem. Like she, you know. You don't got to give your kid just no counseling just for anything, bro. Everybody don't need counseling. Everybody don't want to talk to nobody anyway. So don't try to, you know, force that or nothing like that. But you just got to care. Literally. That's all you have to do. And like I said, even if niggas was asking their kids what they was doing. But like I said, though, I know for sure. It wasn't everybody parents. I know for sure it wasn't everybody parents. Because like I said, my people. Who fast? Who be come here? Niggas getting whoopings. Niggas is getting beat like by the whole family almost. Like niggas, you getting whooping by everybody. Like, and that's like true facts. Like honestly, I'm not even just talking. Like dang, like back in the day, like back in the day when I was like younger, probably like 10 gang. Growing up with my whole family, like everybody, all my cousins, like all of us, like the whole family, everybody that I ever known in my whole life, the people everybody. Growing up with them niggas, bro, and you get in trouble for anything, you got a D, nigga. Especially my dad's side of the family, nigga. You getting beat, nigga. And my grandma and them, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of like lit up on us as we got older over there with them. They ain't really too much. My mama used to tell us stories about they stuff. But my grandma, she didn't treat us how she treated my mama and her brothers and them. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't think my his mom didn't either. Our grandma or our papa on our dad's side didn't treat us how our dad we got treated. Like our grandparents actually like kind of lit up on us, but they still would like discipline us though. Like if we did something out of pocket, they weren't finna just let it slide. You know what I'm saying? They weren't finna just like not give us a whooping because we are our parents' kids. But they kind of lit up a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie, they wasn't as tough as they was, but they was still pretty tough because we were still kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like our kids at the end of the day, so it's gonna feel like tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they probably wasn't being as tough. I just remember it as being tough because I was younger, so it probably, you know, it felt like tough. But, man, niggas' mamas was not paying attention to them. Niggas' mamas was cooking dinner and going straight to sleep after. Which is not, I'm not even dissing that, bro. It's just the part about giving them, even if you didn't want to ask them how their day was, bro, you still gotta let them know that it's not okay to do certain stuff. Like I said, they want everybody. They want everybody, mama. You can't blame. That's why I say I don't want to blame nobody. But at the end of the day, I can't even blame the grandparents because before the internet even became a thing, they probably didn't even have to worry about teaching their kids that type of stuff. They probably didn't have to worry about teaching their kids that type of evil in the world. They probably didn't even want their kids to know about that type of stuff. So you know. You can't really too much be mad at everybody, but I say it's the internet and it's the law. America system, this capitalism sucks, literally. It's always something going on with our money. Our dollar not worth the dollar. Nigga, we low-key broke over here. I don't know what our president got going on. He always trying to fight somebody and add new laws. Nigga, you worry about the wrong thing. You need to start making better schools. Nigga, better plumbing systems. You worry about the wrong thing. You need to be trying to get all these homeless people off the street. Nigga, you worry about the wrong thing. No cap, you... Man, I can't wait for America to get another good president. Like, they actually want to help this country. Because if not, bro... China go come over here and take over, man. We gonna be looking real crazy. Them niggas gonna come over here with some flying robots. And I ain't gonna lie. If they start making flying cars in China, bro, we need to start doing the purge. Because how is niggas getting this intelligent? Nah, we need to start. Some people, the world getting too big if we get flying cars. Because why you need your car to fly? Exactly. We got planes. What you need your car to fly for? Exactly. You don't need to be there that fast. You do not need to be there that fast. We need to start doing the purge and niggas start doing all that. It's only right. It's only right. I don't want to hear it. You got so much to say about a car. You got so much to say about an economy, nigga. You talk about... I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad because it flew over everybody's head. And niggas is just not getting to the bottom of the cases. Yeah, ain't no telling how long niggas finna be locked up now, though. That's not funny. Dang, that just rolled off the tongue. But for real, I don't know how long. They probably finna be in there for some time now. They got new laws set in place. Yeah, they finna be locked up. They probably ain't even mad, though. Them niggas was gay, wasn't it? Some of them niggas was gay. They probably happy they go to jail. That's nasty, but... Some of them niggas happy they in the pen. But they said Diddy was gay, though, so I know he happy he in there. And really, I don't think I ever listened to none of his music. Like, actually, like, bumped his music. Now, R. Kelly, I definitely bumped his tune. Like, I actually bump his music. I still bump his music. I don't care. He still needs to stay locked up, though, but I bump his music. I definitely bump that music. Who else? Biggie? I ain't even know Biggie was like that. I'm so mad at him. Nigga, what? Nigga, a fruitcake. I'm mad. He had Diddy touching all on his arm, his chin and stuff. I'm like, bro, what the world he got going on? Nigga was smiling, talking about your skin soft. I'm like, what? Is you sick or something? Like, you just said this nigga's skin is soft. You a grown man telling another grown man that he got soft skin is crazy. Y'all both nasty. And the interviewer nasty for still recording it and allowing them to do that. I would have told them niggas to get out my face. But you know, I'm happy he kept recording so we can see it, though. I would have ended all that, though. I couldn't be in the cameraman. Like, man, what you... I would have looked at my other cameraman like, that nigga just touched your hand. You seen that? You gotta watch him. That would have been the first day right there. You gotta watch him. No cap. You gotta watch him. That would have been the first red flag at that Diddy party. And we came over here and interviewed Biggie, and this nigga Diddy pulled up and started touching on his hand, and Biggie turned around and talking about, oh, you got soft skin, and this nigga then gave you a hug from behind. I would have definitely been like, oh, no, we gotta watch Diddy, bro. What the? That dude weird on everything. I would have been like, nah, Diddy, you... Who else coming to the party? They would have been... Who else pulling up? I would have tried to change the subject or something and started making him, talk more and get some information out of him. Who pulling up to the party? He started naming random names I don't know. Niggas pulling up to the party looking a little zesty. So he says your name is Benjamin, right? Benjamin, where you from? Now you talking to Benjamin trying to figure out how he even know Diddy. You trying to see if Benjamin is a foreign nigga that know how to sing or some whole time. This a random dude he met at the club. You trying to figure out how this nigga get invited to the Diddy party. And you got invited because you a part of Young Money. You got invited because your name Tina. And you been up in the business label since you was, 16. You been singing since you was 16. You 25 years old now. Got invited to the Diddy party. Talking to a nigga named Benjamin that met Diddy yesterday. We need to watch Diddy. Because when you go to a party like that, I'm pretty sure niggas is not just sitting around just like not trying to talk to nobody. If you go to a big party, like a party like that, I'm pretty sure everybody was like trying to mingle and like talk and get to know different people. Like that's what a party like this for, to talk to other people. You over here talking to you find yourself at the bar with a 25-year-old male. You and him are 25 years old of age. He's a male and he met Diddy yesterday. You've been knowing Diddy for 10 years because y'all been on the same record album label or whatever record deal. Y'all got the same record deal. So you been knowing Diddy for 10 years. This nigga been knowing Diddy for 24 hours. And you trying to figure out what made him so special to get invited to the party. Nigga, I seen you in the booth. What you do? He talk about he a professional plumber. What? Yeah, we gotta watch Diddy. That would have been that right there. Nigga would told me he was a librarian. You a librarian? So you don't sing? You don't rap? Rap? Sing? Good God, no. Nigga, what you doing at the Diddy party, D? How you get invited? What you doing? I got invited because I know how to sing. She got invited because she know how to rap. He got invited because he know how to rap. He got invited because he know how to rap. He's the best rapper in the century. He's the best rapper of all time. She's the new upcoming female artist. This nigga is a librarian. We need to watch Diddy. How you beat Diddy? Where y'all was at when y'all met? Now I'm asking more questions. What's really going on? Why was nobody more concerned? Nobody cared. Nobody cared because they thought it was okay, bro. Nobody cared to ask questions. But now you got this generation loud and, oh, this generation do this and da-da-da. Well, we the ones figured it out before y'all did, ain't it? We the ones got to the case. Our lawyers the ones that figure out that. Hold on now. I remember being a teenager and seeing this video with Diddy doing this. Now I'm a lawyer. And I didn't got put on the Diddy case. I've been waiting on this my whole life. Now what? They done cracked the case and now this nigga locked up. But he your age though. So the fact that you didn't know or you couldn't tell that this nigga was a predator and the kids was able to tell, that's sad. And it's sad because you should have been paying attention to the kid anyway. My lock is really locked up. I added another lock to it, but that's because it was looking jagged. Man, I don't even know what to say. My heart aching about this situation. I can't lie. I feel bad, man. Because it's still so many people in the world that's like that, though. Regardless of the, I can't even say regardless of the music because it is the music. It is the internet. It's what people see on their phone every day. Got so influenced by it, it started becoming normal to them. It started feeling normal. It started being fun. I get a thrill from this. I get a thrill from running from the police. I get a thrill from being at the club all night. I get a thrill from going to the store and stealing. Like, it's sad, but they made it their reality because nobody told them that it wasn't okay. Because nobody knew that they was doing it anyway because nobody cared enough to ask if their kid was okay, bro. And it's so sad because the kids is the adults. Like, the kids will be the next adults, bro. You supposed to go out your way for the kids. They finna be the next you. What? You want them to be like you, right? You want them to make smart decisions, right? Make sure they got a good head on them, bro. Make sure they okay. Make sure they not just waking up and going through the day, bro. Make sure they actually feel like they got a reason to be here, bro. If somebody feel like they ain't got no reason or no purpose, that's what they gonna pursue. That's how they gonna act. That's how they gonna go about their day. That's how they gonna be. Especially if they that type of person. And honestly, I feel like those type of people are like spiritual people anyway. They just gotta go find it. Because if you feel like you ain't got no purpose and you just go on about your day, you definitely gonna find your purpose. And somebody that already know their purpose. You know your purpose. So like I said, it's not impossible to find God, but it'll be a shorter route. I can find God sooner than later. I could be having a relationship with God at the age of 12 than the age of 35 because I'm just now getting my head together because I done had a kid, and now, oh, my eyes are open and I see the world for what it is now. And now I'm trying to do all this and make God forgive me for my sins, and I want my life to be better, and I want this and I want that, da 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 da. But if your granddaddy would have told your grandma, you wouldn't even be in this situation, gang, literally. So it's the grandparents' fault. Literally, because y'all ain't had to work that much. Because what was y'all doing before that? Everybody was Christians then. No, for real. Niggas was in the books then. Niggas was praying to God and trying to figure out how the laws and all this was going to be together. Why it changed then? Why it changed? What made it change? When niggas lost their money, y'all stopped believing in God? When y'all lost y'all house, y'all stopped believing in God? Y'all stopped going to church every Sunday. What happened to that? And you wonder why your kids acting like that. You wondering why your parents is the way that they is. Or not your parents. You wonder why the grandparents' kids is the way that they is. They stopped taking them to church. And then as a result of that, those parents didn't take their kids to church. They didn't have time for it. Quote unquote. They didn't. Or I have a busy schedule. Or nigga, what you doing on a Sunday though? Nothing. So putting in effort, bro, and caring, literally. Got to for the kids. They gonna be you in 30 years, bro. Literally in 30 years, that 1-year-old is gonna be trying to figure out where I ain't gonna say trying to figure out. That 1-year-old is gonna be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Living an adult life. Having to pay bills, having to pay taxes. Like, you gotta teach your kid all that, bro. You can't try to sugarcoat anything or try to baby them forever, because eventually they're gonna have to know. They're gonna have to know, because they're gonna have to live it through themselves. You ain't gonna want to raise them forever. You wanted to have babies, yeah, but you ain't want to have a forever baby. You ain't want to have a baby for 100 years. Nah. Let's be for real now. So you gotta take that time. And honestly, it's not too late, because I feel like our generation finna like start it back up. I think everybody finna get back close to guys. You know how big grandma was? We finna be the big grandmas. Like, it's finna be that over again. Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like the economy finna go back up. It's gonna go back down eventually, because it's gonna have to go up and down. That's how it works. But I just think everything finna repeat. Literally, history finna repeat itself, because that's what it does. We had the COVID. That was the Spanish flu. So how you line that up? I gotta figure out the timelines. The Spanish flu was like really early on. It was really early on, but that was like the COVID. So after the Spanish flu, they had, what was the big thing they had? I think they had a big war. And I think we finna have a big war very soon. They had a big war, and America won. They almost lost, honestly. They could have lost, but they won. Which is scary, because now people have had more kids. People my age is in the army now, you feel me? People over there in the United Kingdom and China and all that, they got armies too. They still, ain't nobody stopped their grind, you know what I'm saying? Nobody stopping. Something finna happen again, honestly. And that's why everybody been saying get close with God. I think it's finna be another war or something big finna happen. And then we probably gonna end up not having food, because the food already been fake for a while. We was going low on the eggs and all that. Something finna happen, bro. It's literally history finna repeat itself, but in a different way. It's gonna be the same thing in a different way. And then hopefully we don't get no predators though. We don't need all that, y'all. Y'all gotta wrap that up, bro. Cause that's where it took off at. When the internet popped off and niggas started being predators. That's where it peaked up and got worse. And the people stopped caring about themselves. So when niggas start back caring about themselves, we'll be alright. Care about yourself first, bro. Cause if not, what you doing? Burp. Excuse me. Why my burps so hot? What the world? Ugh. Like burnt a little bit. Anyway. I feel bad. All I could say is, bro, if you are you, be you, follow whatever spiritual route you want to go down, believe in something, bro. Wake up for something, literally. It's something up there. I know it's something up there. I know it's a God, it's a heaven. It's all that beautiful land up there, bro. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Cause if not, the people you probably gonna want to have kids because some people just dream of having big families because that's what they see. They see people with big families. Oh, it's a big happy family, not knowing what it comes with. It's not always a big happy family. It's tribe and tribulation, nigga. We gonna be on the floor some days, we gonna be up some days, like, and niggas don't be knowing that. So when you don't tell somebody that, they don't know that. So we all have to be our own teacher and teach each other. That's how we gonna grow. If not, nigga, we all gonna be, it's gonna be on repeat forever and ever and ever. Earth can be heaven. Literally, it was at one point. Nigga, it wasn't like this always. It wasn't always like this. It can go back to what it was. Niggas gotta put in the effort though. Everybody gotta care. You can literally, at one point in time, bro, niggas wasn't even dying. Niggas was 300 years old. God was giving people eternal life, and even when they died, they came back. It came back. Your spirit is still here. Your flesh is gone. Man. Girl, I got it. I ain't even gonna say y'all, bro. Just everybody is me. I'ma do better for us, for the world. Like, that's how you gotta think about it. Let me do better for the world. If you start off with yourself, bro, I promise you. And you ain't even gotta do nothing big, bro. You start off with your little habits. You be cussing all the time. Try to stop cussing. You know what I'm saying? You stay catching yourself at the bar. Stop going to the bar, gang. You finna go on Shein and get you some more. Stop shopping. Delete Shein for a week. See if you can make it, bro. Try. You gotta try. You don't drink enough water? Go get you a cup of water real quick. While you watch, go get you a cup of water. Sip on some water, bro. You gotta start it off like that. Because if you try to do them impossible goals, not impossible, because ain't nothing impossible. If you try to do something you can't accomplish right now, bro, you're going to feel like a failure and never want to try again. Do something that's reachable. Something that's in your standard right now. Don't try to dream all big and wild right now when you don't even have the space for it. And most importantly, care. I ain't saying care about politics, but care about, like, I care about love and joy. If you care about stuff like that, like emotional stuff like that, that's different. I ain't saying about a pencil. I ain't saying care about a pencil and care about Hello Kitty and having an obsession with Hello Kitty. I'm saying care emotionally, like care about human being spirits. You should want to be kind to a spirit. You feel me? Everybody their own spirit. Some people evil spirits, some people good spirits. Regardless, you gotta be a kind spirit, a kind soul to all. Cause if not, you're not gonna be able to rest peacefully. Your spirit gonna be here while your flesh gone. Your spirit gonna be still on earth when you thought you was gonna be up in heaven, but you ain't did nothing God told you to do. You ain't did no bad either, so you're not going down there, but you ain't did no good either. So it's like, you gotta stay here. You gotta either figure it out, or you just gonna be a spirit that's living on earth and you never gonna get your peace that you want because you didn't want to listen. And he gave you another chance. Clearly, he didn't send you down there, right? You still here. So if you don't take that opportunity, then, gang, just be a ghost, I guess. Just hunt people, man. I don't know. Hunt people, bro. Go to the graveyard. I don't even know what you gonna do. And it's so real, because it's sad. So sad. So sad. I'm kind of sad thinking about it, bro. Like, what? Because I'm trying to imagine, like, being in that situation. Like, all of those situations. Not even just, like, one situation. All of those situations. a pickle to be in, bro. Nobody want to be in there. And then what's also sad about it is the niggas be knowing the law. Niggas be scared of the law and be saying, oh, I don't want to go to jail because of it, or I didn't want to get in trouble, or don't tell your parents they were dating. Niggas is being manipulative. Don't tell your parents about this. Don't do this. Because he know he can go to jail. But he's still taking that risk is the sad part about it. You still taking that risk knowing what can happen. Knowing that you can be in jail forever. But hey, we all get by some days and we don't most days. So I guess they just was testing their water, testing their looking. Now they locked up, man. And that should be an eye-opening thing because they thought they was going to get away with that, bro. They tried to lie about it. They was like, oh, we going to beat the allegations. Both of them niggas is behind bars now. Diddy, R. Kelly is behind bars. Biggie dead because he was a gangster. He lived that life. I'm pretty sure he was a little fruitcake because what he had going on in that interview, I was shook, baby. I think he was a little fruitcake. But anyway. I always think niggas fruitcake though. Like secretly, some niggas you can tell. They be a little, like, what you mean? They are certain stuff they say and how they do their face expressions. Yeah, you need to watch him. He gay. Which is nothing wrong with being gay. I ain't trying to say it like that, but if you're trying to persuade image that you a straight nigga, but the whole time you a fruitcake, then yeah, nigga, you a fruitcake. Now I'm finna talk about you. If you would have just been a gay man that came out the closet, nobody would shame you for that. But you a gay man that's ashamed of being a gay man. So we finna shame you for that. Because this is America, bro. But be who you want to be. Be who you want to be. And then not only we gonna shame you for it, the way you doing it. You trying to act like you straight. So you with all these females, but at nighttime you going with the niggas. No, bro. We finna talk about you. Yes, we finna judge you. Yes, because what are you doing with yourself? That's how you finna live your life every day. Instead of just going to be with who you want to be with. You wasting their time, your time, everybody's time instead of just doing what you supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. N-O. What I say? No. N-A-W-L. No. Girl. It's sad to me. I'm going to just keep saying it's sad because it's not good. Because how y'all just not cracking the case? Y'all just not putting these niggas behind bars. It's been a century, bro. These niggas been rapping since they was 16. It ain't been a century. It ain't been a century. It's definitely not been a century. It's probably been like 2 decades though. 1990s. It's 2025. Dang. Just about a century. Just about. Just about. Hold on. I think that is a century. 1990s, 2025. Just about. Just about. That's 10 years. 90s, 2000s, the 10s, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. Wait, I'm tripping. We ain't all the way at the 50s yet. That's how fast 2050 finna be here. Literally. So we 1990, 20, 10, 20. It's been almost a decade, nigga. Just about a decade. It's sad. But it was a century from the Dust Bowl to the 90s. That was a century. A century and a decade to now. So that's crazy. And niggas is just not getting locked up. Cause niggas was making music before that. It was people in the rap game before that. Before Diddy and them started, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say that they was the ones behind it, because Diddy probably was he probably started it. Who knows? Who knows? Only God knows, bro. So you just gotta make sure you up here, bro. If you not up here and you got here, this right here, on these two, you might as well wrap it up. No cap, wrap it up. Cause what? In every way, Cause for one, you not stable in the head. You're not ready for this. Not. You ain't even ready for your own life. Let that hit. Are you ready for your own life though? Are you? Cause I ain't showed you nothing yet. God just tell you he ain't showed you nothing yet now. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't saying nothing else. Nigga, make sure you care, bro. If you got love, you got joy. That's all you need. You ain't even gotta have the best patience, bro. If you can stay happy, you straight. If you can keep a smile on your face, you is okay. Even if it's hard to keep that smile up, you still smiling. And you got love. It's A-okay. A-okay. And if you want to know what love feel like, do this right here. Breathe in, nigga. You don't give your that's not free. God letting you do that under the grace of him just being nice, nigga. He died for you because he was being kind, because he loved you. Out of the graciousness of his heart, he was like, let me die for these folks, because they crazy, they sinful, they don't do nothing but lie, and they bad. Let me die for these folks and show these folks how it's done. That's love, bro. Literally. Somebody that care. If your grandma don't be asking you, bro, and I don't even want to say it like that, because you don't want to, you're not supposed to be away from family. But sometimes it has to be like that because, like I be saying, people can be weird, people can be fake, they can be real, they can be fake, they can be whatever they want to be. They can turn it on, they can turn it off. It's a switch. Everybody has one. Even if you don't think you got one. You got a real switch and you got a fake switch. Regardless of whatever the situation is, you can be real, you can be fake. You can be fake, you can be real. So. And I ain't even just talking about book smart, bro. I ain't even talking about go to college, nigga. I'm just talking about have your eyes open. Like, know what you looking at. See yourself, bro. Look in the mirror like something, bro. You gotta... something. Because if not, this generation... And it's so sad because when people start talking about this generation and then the generation here, they get the... Oh, y'all mad because we young and we turn. We da-da-da. Nobody... We trying to save y'all. And y'all don't want to be saved. We trying to help y'all from what y'all are putting yourself into, so y'all can have that relationship sooner than later, bro. Which is okay if you find him later, because he gonna always make sure you come back to him. But if you go ahead and be his servant now, bro, he can use you. He can use you. You ain't even gotta do nothing. He gonna use you. All you gotta do is wake up. All you gotta do is wake up. And thank him for waking you up, because he's ready to use you. Thank you. Thank him for waking you up. I don't even know if I can stress that enough, because people always be like, oh, people just want to church, Christian, and God, da-da-da-da-da. Once you come over here, bro, you is not going to want to go back. I promise you. You is not going to want to go back to that life you was living. Once you get those blessings, and you're not going to want to go back. So... you can keep saying all that. I'm going to keep telling you to come over here. I don't care. Once you come over here, you're going to see why I told you to come over here. So, all that boohoo crying about, stop trying to pressure Christianity. Baby, it ain't even just Christianity. whatever you believe in. If you think it's whoever up there, whoever you think up there, believe he up there. Cause if not, nigga, what you doing? Even if you think God is a woman, bro, believe whatever you believe and stand on it and wake up to believe something. You're not just waking up. I guarantee you're not just waking up. Somebody's waking you up. You're not just waking yourself. Oh, I woke myself up today. No, you did not. No, you did not. When you went to sleep, God took you back up there with him. He woke you back up so you can finish your... Okay. Look, I ain't even talking no more, bro. That's my noise. Use your brain. Care. Be loving. Try to be slow to anger. I know it's hard. People can make you mad, but I've been working on that. Just try to, like, smile. I've been trying to, like, smile or do this right here. Like, do like that. You just gotta, it takes days. It's not gonna work tomorrow. It's not gonna work next week, bro. I promise you, it's not gonna work next month. You're gonna have to actually, like me, what I do, because I be having, like, negative thoughts all the time. I always have bad thoughts. And I believe that my inside thoughts are the devil, because that's my second mind. If you go with your first mind, 9 times out of 10, you be right. And when you go to your second mind, you be like, dang, I screwed with my first mind. Because your second mind is who? That other spirit that you have. Because you are invested with 2 spirits. But if you're led with him, you're led with him. Because that's who you're supposed to listen to. You can listen to either one of them. You can listen to the devil, you can listen to God, because you don't know who's talking to you. But if you know God, you know that he's talking to you. And me, I know that my inner thoughts are the devil. So whenever he get to making me think about all the craziest things, and then my thoughts get to going on to more thoughts and other stuff that could possibly happen, and this, I just be like, I just look to the side or just look anywhere. You know how people be looking at the camera? And the thoughts will go away. Or I'll be like, girl, because I know that that's him. And I'm a spiritual person, so I be feeling like he be in here, honestly. I be feeling like God be in here too, but like I be like, when I be looking away, I be feeling like I be looking at him. So I be like, girl, if you don't, please get out of my head right now. I'm trying to play Roblox. Like anything, like if you having bad thoughts, your thoughts do not define you. Your thoughts are just what he's putting in your head to make you think that that's you. That ain't you. You is what come out your mouth and what you say and how you feel and how you actually, put yourself out there. And not what you think about and how many thoughts you have at night or what you fantasize about. Nobody cares about that. You the only one to know about that. So don't think your thoughts define you, or, oh, I have the most bad thoughts, guy. Go think I'm just, no, baby, he know that's the devil in your head. Because he in your gut. What? Come on now. Anyway, because some niggas don't be knowing. So you got to teach some people. We got to teach each other. It was. I'm sorry. It was. But you needed this. So, pray for you. Amen. If this how we finna do it, you have a good, blessed, and prosperous day. You keep your head up, whatever you're going through. I promise it's better to come. Way better. Way, way better. And it's gonna look small first. But then when you start turning back and looking at all that, you're gonna be like, ooh, thank you, God. That's the first thing you're gonna say. That's the first thing that'll come out your mouth. You're gonna start seeing it every day. And what I be doing is I like angel numbers. I like 5, I like 4, and I like 3. I like 2, and I like 1. I don't normally see 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, all of that. I see 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 every single day. And all of those, I think 1 means like something about like you're getting, like you're healing. Something. I gotta actually remember. I be forgetting. But they all mean something. Like, some of them mean God listening to you. He listening to you. And whatever you've been praying for is coming. Excuse me. Some of them mean, like, you actually, like, turning your life over. Every time you see that number, like, you made an improvement today. You're turning your life to God. Like, you're following in his steps. You're doing what you seen his numbers. That's okay. That's a sign that you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. And then me, I be seeing the number twice. Like, I be seeing it 2 times. So I be thinking I'm the favorite. I know I'm the favorite. We all his favorites in our own way, you know, because he helped us in our own ways, which is why we all his favorites. I know I am. The way that man be coming through, bro, like, it'd be random, too. I'd be like, thank you, God. I'd be so random. I won't even say what it's about because those are my blessings. Cherish my blessings. I will. Actually, it's not cool to hold your blessings because you want to, tell everybody so that they can, be like, oh, God did that. You sure did. Oh, wow. Yeah, now go pray. Yeah, I know. Now go tell him why you happy that he did that for me. So now he finna do this for you so you can tell. Yup. I hate the front camera so bad, bro. Believe. Dream. Don't stop dreaming. Don't ever stop dreaming, bro. You gotta have dreams. If you don't have a dream, then you're not gonna... What you thinking about? Right. Don't be like nobody else. Really? I say get off social media. Delete all y'all social media account. Or if not that, just unfollow everybody so you don't see nobody but yourself. Literally. Just post your little pics, girl, because you only on social media to watch your story anyway. You don't care about nobody else anyway. You just on there to get you a little Pinterest idea and then hop up off of there. No. You be your own idea. Do it by yourself. Delete Pinterest and delete Instagram. Or delete the people that you follow and just do your thing. Don't be like nobody else. Be like you. Be better than you. Be the best you ever. Be that friend you want. You be that friend you want. Or be that sister you want. Be that brother you want. You know what I'm saying? You got to start with you. If you want it, you got to persuade first. That's all I got to say. Understand. Dang. For real.